Hi, another tip for you, and it relates to your drain plug and the drain of the boat and also the bilge area of your boat. And it's something that's kind of neglected. It's not the very fun, sexy part of a boat, but you got to consider it, especially again going into the off season when we're going to put things away. A new boat, it's probably not as big a deal, still happens. On an older boat, you get a lot of collection. So main thing is to want to think about is your drain plug area. There's the drain plug that flips down. There's the one that screws in. Here's your brass style garber plug. And there's a few other plastic styles, ones that hang down. But they all serve the same purpose. They're in there to make sure that the lake water doesn't go into your boat and your boat stays dry. At the end of the day, we always recommend you remove your drain plug so there's any water in the boat, it drains out. But something sometimes happens and water does not drain back out like it's supposed to. Your bilge area down inside your boat, around your bilge pump, your aerator pump, your batteries, it can collect leaves, debris, fishing things, worms, whatever, even particles of fiberglass if you've got a fiberglass boat, pieces of aluminum shavings if you have an aluminum boat, and just anything that you can think of, because you got to remember the bilge area is the bottom of the boat, it's kind of the back end, and everything runs back there to come out of the back of the boat, but if it's clogged, it can't come out. So what you want to remember is occasionally to take a shop vac, stick it down inside your bilge area and vacuum that area out and get that debris out of it, because if you don't, water can get trapped in your boat even with your drain plug out, and what happens is it builds up, and as rainwater, and this is a boat that's stored outdoors or in the water, but as it builds up, it can get up around your batteries. It'll ruin your batteries. If you've got an oil injected motor and it's got an oil tank in the boat, it can get in your oil tank. It can ruin your oil. Even worse, it can ruin your engine. If it even goes high enough on an inboard outboard, a Yamaha jet boat with an inboard engine, a Merc Cruiser or a Volvo with an inboard engine, you can get water up around your engine, and even one that's been winterized, it can take water into your oil cavities and you can still crack an engine and do damage. So a little bit of maintenance on your part, cleaning out your bilge area, make sure your drain plug is out, and you might even stick something through the drain plug just to make sure that there's no obstruction in there, and be sure you've got a clear drain. A garden hose in there and run some water through it is another way to make sure that water is going to come out. So a few little things to think about that probably don't even come to mind, but it's an important thing, especially if your boat's going to be parked outdoors over winter. So remember the bilge, remember your plug, and you always want to put it in when you put back in the water, but you need to make sure that that water can come out when it's time to pull the plug out. So let's make sure your boat has a great winter and it's ready for you to go in the springtime.